February. There aren't very many days in it, and it's cold.
There aren't many games in it either.
There aren't very many games. We have found some this month.
The only important ones.
The only important ones. There's a lot of like re-releases and sort of remasters in this, but some of them are pretty interesting, and there are some games that aren't remasters that are also pretty cool. So here are some games coming out in February that you may be interested in. Co-op zombie shooting game Zombie Army 4 Dead War is from the people who bought you Sniper Elite. If you've ever wanted to see X-ray shots of bullets exploding the delicate bits of zombies. And who hasn't?
Me! I haven't wanted to see that. It sounds horrible.
And yet you have played the game.
I have, yeah.
So
I played
you
a bit of it.
Secretly like seeing zombies explode in X-ray vision.
What I secretly like is co-op zombie shooting games.
Right.
I think in the absence of
another one in 2020.
Yeah.
Haven't we had enough?
No, not even nearly. I used to love the Left 4 Dead games, and this is a
great.
sort of like Left 4 Dead-esque experience, but
yeah.
set in zombie-infested Nazi Germany.
Why did they stop making Left 4 Dead games?
I don't know. Why did Valve ever do it? Why did they stop making Half-Life games? Why did they stop making Portal games?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, we're on to something.
Maybe Valve don't like making games at all. Maybe they actually want to run a chip shop.
I hear that making games is hard.
Yeah.
And expensive. So
I tell you what, it's a lot harder than running a storefront called Steam that makes you vast amounts of money all the time.
Yeah, that sounds easier.
Without you having to make any games.
Cha-ching.
Back to Zombie Army 4 Dead War.
Dead War, yeah. So you're in Nazi-occupied zombie Germany. Okay.
But there's also all sorts of weird things like zombie sharks and all sorts of other nonsense. So it doesn't take itself too seriously.
A zombie bit a shark.
It's kind of schlocky. Yeah, exactly.
And then the shark bit a shark. And you a zombie shark.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's how it works. Yeah, it's got a kind of grindhouse schlocky kind of vibe to it. Right. So yeah, it's good. Worth playing.
After the Netflix series, The Dark Crystal comes to consoles and PC in Age of Resistance Tactics, a battle strategy game. It takes characters fans know from the series and has them fight it out in a turn-based combat system in order to unite the Gelfling clans, which is a thing apparently. Now, I actually did watch all of The Dark Crystal on Netflix. Have you
I've not seen all of it. No.
Okay. Was it good? I don't know.
I
watched it all.
Beautiful.
It looks beautiful. I did get really into it. The kind of like weird sort of lore.
Yeah.
And the Gelfling clans. Unite the clans against the Skeksis. There are only like 6 Gexes. Just like storm the place.
Yeah, just kick them in the robes.
But then there's only like 10 Gelflings or something anyway.
Yeah, I think the thing about the series is it was absolutely stunning and it created an amazingly involving world, right? A world that I would like to explore, maybe, for example, in a Breath of the Wild style RPG, for example.
Oh my god, yeah, but that, I mean, who has that kind of time and money to be making that
Well, apparently not these guys, because they made a turn-based strategy
thing. I suspect this won't tempt anyone who's not a die-hard fan of the Dark Crystal though, right?
Is it coming? If it's coming out on mobile or Switch, I think that would be a nice place to play a kind of gentle turn-based.
It's coming out on the Switch.
Well,
So I reckon maybe that's the place. Yeah, if you're tired of Fire Emblem and you liked the Dark Crystal on Netflix, you may be in the Venn diagram.
That's quite the Venn diagram. It's like, but I love the original Dark Crystal film. I have a lot of love for the lore, and that is for that reason I will try it out. Even though I don't normally like strategy games because they make me think. And I don't like to think.
No one wants to be thinking. Put on your best suit and get ready to fight enemies with breakdancing before heading off to play like a million mini-games, because Yakuza 5's remaster is coming to PS4. This is part of the Yakuza Remastered collection, which includes 3 and 4. Those games are already available. So this is quite confusing, right? Because it's like a remastered collection of Yakuza 3, 4 and 5.
Yes.
And if you buy that, those games already unlocked.
Yes.
Right?
In August last year and October last year.
Yeah.
But the last of the unlockings is happening.
Is upon us now, yeah. And that is Yakuza 5.
Which is, by all accounts, a great game from what I've heard.
Yeah,
they're all pretty great, to be honest.
Yakuza 6 is the most recent one.
Yes, and he's played a lot of that, I think.
And oddly, at the start of this year, I think it's already out in Japan, is Yakuza 7. But there is generally a massive delay on these games coming to the West.
And also, Yakuza 7 is a very different sort of game. It's got a kind of, again, strategy-style gameplay rather than just kicking people around a convenience store in Japan. And I think people quite liked the kicking people around a convenience store gameplay. So I don't know why they've departed from the kicking people around the convenience store genre.
Yeah. So Yakuza 7, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But this is a chance to play Yakuza 5. I sort of see, now that this collection is complete, I kind of think it seems like a pretty good way to
all on one console.
Yeah,
all on the PS4. You
finish a
can just play
game, binged straight onto the next one, bam, and they've all been upgraded to sort of
1080p, 60 frames a second.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Darksiders Genesis sees the third-person hack-and-slash series take a more top-down approach, as fourth horseman of the apocalypse, Strife, and his brother War embark on a new, hellish adventure.
Taking a top-down approach sounds like something you do when you're reorganising a company and firing a load of people.
That's what Darksiders is about, this one.
Pretty much
you have to reorganise the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
You have to downsize, because
one of them's got to go.
Last year's numbers weren't what they could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to trim down the management layer.
The market's been tight. It's been tight across the board. The boardroom. And someone's got to go.
Yeah.
And it's probably Strife and War. Yeah. I like the Darksiders games. They're
they're
fun.
Fine, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't played them all, but they were pretty fun. Kind of like hack and slashy sort of.
The last
colourful.
one was quite heavily inspired by Dark Souls.
Sure. You can't just make a game without it being heavily inspired by Dark Souls.
Yeah, particularly if it's a third-person-y thing. So
yeah,
it borrowed a lot of stuff from Dark Souls, and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. It had that kind of exploration and kind of shortcuts and unlocking and stuff like that. But yeah, that clearly sold buttons, because they're continuing the story.
Yeah.
Of the saga of the Darksiders Horsemen of the Apocalypse, but they're doing it in a kind of top-down Diablo-y sort of.
Yeah, co-op sounds fun. Yeah, nice to co-op. There aren't enough co-op games, in my opinion. Yeah. And this month we have this and that zombie situation that you were describing.
So all I need to do is get some friends.
One day, Mike, with enough coaching from me, expensive coaching from me, from my.
Is it going to be like the plot of She's All That?
Yes. And at the end, we'll fall in love. And I'll be like, no.
This sounds great.
I made that stupid bet before I got to know you.
Cool.
With the ability for players to create whole new games within it, Dreams looks to be an interesting creative tool and source of seemingly endless games created by other players. This is one of the weirdest games out this year, I think.
It's barely even a game. I don't mean barely even a game like it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's way, way more than a game. It's seriously a lot more than a game, and to a quite terrifying and baffling degree.
It's like Mario Maker, but its brain has been sort of expanded and Mario's nowhere. But you could make Mario in it. It seems incredibly flexible.
Yeah, I've seen people make first-person shooters. I've seen people make plates of breakfast food.
Oh,
everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything you can think of, apparently you can make. Because when this game was first shown, I was like, well, it's cool, but it's just a bit like plasticine, isn't it? You can play with plasticine and make stuff. But now it's like, no, you could create an entire functioning game in this other game. Gameception.
It's kind of like a game engine that you're buying, really, isn't it? Almost.
Pretty much,
an easy-to-use game engine.
It looks like an astonishing achievement.
Yeah.
People are already playing and learning their way through it because they've had betas and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks amazing. But I will say that the bit I'm most excited about is the fact that I'll be playing a lot of other people's creations rather than making anything myself. There's no way I'm going to learn all that stuff.
No.
But I will happily download other people's fine work and play that instead.
Yeah, because they'll be better.
It will. It'll be much better. Mine would be rubbish. I guarantee it.
Devil May Cry's 1 and 2 are already on Nintendo's console, but now Devil May Cry 3 is also coming to the Switch. Devil May Cry on Switch.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. Devil May Cry 3 specifically.
Yes. Good Devil May Cry game. Quite popular, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. You know how Devil May Cry is a kind of collision between kind of gothic, kind of fairy tale stuff and modern day things. I think there was a bit more of the kind of modern day stuff in in Devil May Cry 3. But yeah, they still play really well, those games, those old Devil May Cry games. The combat's really satisfying. A great game to play portably, I'd imagine. Yeah.
In a month where there are no massive headline games coming out, I can imagine of the ones we've talked about this far, I can imagine this one actually being the one where it's just sort of turn it on. There's no strategy, no top-down strategy. No. Just plow through some demons.
Sounds good.
Oh, hello.
Hugely popular on PC, 2 Point Hospital is finally arriving on consoles this February. Along with all the patients you'll have to heal up. Build and develop a hospital full of bizarre tech and sometimes ghosts. You've played a lot of 2 Point Hospital, Mike?
Yep, I've made a lot of ghosts in it as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it went badly. We played it over on Outside Xbox. It was really good fun. It's basically just Theme
Theme
Hospital
Hospital,
again.
yeah.
But Theme Hospital was great. So, yeah, it's really, really good fun.
It's got that sort of weird sense of humour, right? It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
there's nothing serious about it.
All the illnesses are made up funny illnesses rather than grave, chronic
Real
conditions.
world,
Yeah, exactly.
plagues and stuff, yeah.
What I like about it though is they've added a few little kind of wrinkles in. So we played a level in our Let's Play where it was like a research hospital. So all of the doctors and staff and things were untrained. So you actually had to train them up for your needs while running the hospital. So they've added little
cool.
bits in there, and there's ones where like, you know, it's up in the snowy north, so you've got to do much more work in terms of heating the hospital and things like that. And so
that's cool.
there's some fun little wrinkles in there. Some hilarious diseases, including like night fever, which makes everyone dress like John Travolta and dance everywhere.
Of course.
There's some sort of clown disease that fills your hospital with clowns, so if that's your phobia, maybe steer clear. But otherwise,
cool. It sounds good. I think it's really cool that it's come to consoles. Although part of me thinks that like games like this are so naturally at home on PC, like where you have that like, fine mouse control. But like you can play The Sims really well and really happily on a console, right? So like there's no reason why it can't work.
I would say in terms of like memorizing buttons, it's not too bad. It's not as bad as The Sims probably in terms of like memorizing buttons and interface. It's quite straightforward. You tend to press only a couple of buttons to get into a couple of key menus.
Okay.
But then I was playing it quite badly, so maybe I wasn't getting involved with the real depth of it because I refused to press more than 2 buttons.
You weren't finding the buttons that don't kill people.
Exactly.
Just pressing the ones
that do.
Turn off electricity, kill patients. So those are some of February games.
Yes.
Mike, if you could pick only one to play, which would
I
you pick?
would.
And why is
pick-
it the Dark Crystal?
It's not the Dark Crystal. I would probably pick Dreams. I think Dreams is the big game with a lot of potential to be weird and interesting and unique. So that's the one I'm going to go for. What are you going to play?
I think I'm probably in agreement, although I've played like so little Devil May Cry.
Yep.
And, you know, if the third one is supposed to be like one of the best in the series, then I reckon maybe...
Worth a punt? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe worth a punt. Yeah, so that's me. But what do you guys think? Are there any February games that we missed coming out? If so, pop them in the comments to help your fellow travellers who are also trying to find new games to play. And we have loads more videos on Outside Xtra and on Outside Xbox where Mike lives.
Yeah. I never leave.
He never leaves. He mustn't. Were to cross the Great Seal.
It would be cataclysmic
He would
for us
age
all.
1,000 years
Oh,
in a
God.
moment.
I feel like that's happening already.
That's what this video is doing to you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.